Welcome to the demonstration of the ED-917, which is an annual outcomes questionnaire for EDA grantees serving clients. In this demonstration, you will see how a university-centered grantee might complete one of these questionnaires. Grantees will report on 1 year of outcomes when completing this questionnaire. All of these questions are available in PDF format on our website for grantees to familiarize themselves with these questions ahead of time and be more prepared. We'll go ahead and walk through this questionnaire for a sample and provide helpful hints and clarifications along the way. All right, thank you, Robin, for helping us with this.
You're welcome.
So as you can see here, there are a number of questions about private investment that's been leveraged, and there are a few different options for the response, whether that be not applicable, no, or if you don't know the answer yet, but you know that it's expected, then that's an option for you. Otherwise, if you have this information at the time that you're completing the questionnaire, you would select yes and provide that value. You'll also see some familiar questions from the GPRA forms that you have been completing before, or that you may have completed before, where we're asking for full-time jobs that were created or retained as a result of the EDA grant.
Okay, I don't know that. So if you don't know an answer, you could just leave it blank, right?
Yes, and as you'll see, this question is not mandatory. So only if it's available would you provide this information.
Okay.
Okay, so you've completed this section, and now we'll move on to the capacity outcomes section. So if you click on the forward arrow.
Oh.
Yes, so here you'll see all of the potential capacity outcomes that a grantee would have provided for their clients based on the program outputs or activities that you reported on either in the ED-916 or in the previous section. So here you can just click on any category that you currently have the data for. So if when you're sitting down to take this, if you have the answers for market and business networks, if that's something that's applicable to your relevant scope of work, you can start off with that. But if as you're completing a particular outcomes category, if you notice that you don't have all the data that's needed to complete that section, then you can just move on to another section as you have the data. And as a reminder, respondents have a month to complete this, so you'll have ample time to gather all of the necessary information you need.
All right. So here you can select more than one answer.
You can, yes.
Okay.
If there's another entity that you collaborated with that's not listed, then you would just put that under other and specify what other entities you worked with.
All right. Wait a second. Oh.
And if at any moment you want to go to another category, you would just hover over the 3 lines at the top and yes, and click on, and then you can move around if you'd like to.
So that's if you want to do another section.
Okay. If you want to do another section, yes. So if you come upon a question that you don't have the answer for at the moment you're answering the questions, then you can move to another category, outcome category that you're comfortable with providing answers for.
Oh, so you could do it on any page.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You just have to, as you see right now, it's showing you that your progress in this category is 50%. You'll just have to go back to that 56 or so. You'll just have to go back to that to complete it once you have all of the relevant data for it.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's a good answer. Okay. So this question is talking about the projects you said you got financial assistance for, right?
Say that again, Robin.
This question, primary focus goals of the projects under the says, is this Any project under the says, or the ones that you just kind of specified you requested or are trying to receive assistance for?
The ones you you requested assistance for, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Mhm. Okay, you already answered this the financing activity section, so you can go ahead and skip it. Yes. Okay. Now we're at the geography, and soon after this is the narrative section. But I would suggest you go back to the hover and click another category before you complete this part of it.
Okay.
So as you'll see, you started off with organizational capacity, which is towards the end.
Oh, the
of
bottom,
the
right.
questionnaire. Yeah, so now you can move to any other section that is relevant to your scope of work.
Okay. Oh.
Another thing I wanted to point out is you can go back and make changes to your responses. So for any of those questions that are asking something that's you report unknown but expected in the course of the month that you have to complete the questionnaire, should you now have that data and want to update it and with the actual numbers, you can always go back and change from unknown but expected to whatever the number is.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. So yeah, so when you click this, you can always come back within the month and change it if you actually find out the numbers, and then you can answer it here.
Exactly.
Okay.
And if you don't choose what category of outcomes you want to answer questions to, once you finish the category before it, it just will take you to the other category in the sequence in which they appear. So you could do that, or you could select exactly the category of questions you want to answer at any moment.
Okay. So you mean if you click on this, you could go, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. But if you don't select the exact category that you want to, so now you're in financing and investment. Once you complete the financing and investment category, it'll just take you to the human capitals and workforce category, because that's what's next. But if you say you had started off with, if you don't want to just follow the progression of it, say you don't have the answers for human capital and workforce and you hadn't completed organizational capacity, then you would just move to organizational capacity if that's the category that you have the answers for or the data for at that time.
Okay.
So it's been made to be extremely flexible for grantees and respondents. That way you're not stuck in a category just because that's what you're supposed to be answering if you don't have the answers for it, right? So you can move around as much as you want. You can go back and make changes to your answers if you have updated data. You can go back and report on those. Even if you had answered unknown but expected, you can make those changes as you get the information for it.
Yeah. You just have to do everything within 30 days.
Within 30 days, yes, you have a month to complete this.
All right. Oops. Is this a dollar amount?
Yes, but you wouldn't, for these questions, you would just put whatever the amount is. There would be no need for you to put the actual dollar sign in front of them for any of these questions, for that matter. So any question requesting a dollar amount will have the USD abbreviation in front of it, symbol in front of it.
Okay.
Yes. So all of the questions with USD are expecting you to report dollar amounts.
Okay.
And for those questions where the answer is unknown but expected, if within a month time frame you don't have that data yet, you can always, when that data becomes available, you can always email us at programevaluation@eda.gov to update us on those data that you didn't have the time of taking this questionnaire, but it's now available, and we can always go ahead and update your entry that way.
Oh, okay. So that's, oh, okay.
Yes, here you can skip.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
it's-
we already
I
answered
was
it.
okay, I wanted to make sure, like, wait a minute. So,
Here we're just looking to see what tools you used during the for your award. So any of these tools that you use, you would just click on the gray area to select them. If you wanted to click on the actual link to see what any of these tools are and what they do, then you can go ahead and do that as well.
so if I would like that, it would open up a new page to that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And this is a chance also for, if you didn't use any of these tools but wanted to familiarize yourself with what they are, then you could do that as well.
Oh,
So maybe
okay.
in the future you'd use them.
Right.
They're all really great tools and will really help you, during the course of your award.
And we're also interested in hearing about any other tools that you use that aren't listed here. So there's a space for you to provide that information if you have it.
All right. All right.
And on this page, we're just looking for any other information that the grantee would like to provide, whether that's a success story or any other reports that you have that might be helpful for us to see. We would be interested in that, especially if that information wasn't already captured in the questions in this questionnaire. And we're also interested in any impact your project may have for distressed communities or underserved populations. Both of these are optional, so if you don't have that information, then you can skip to the next section.
So now I'm at the end, and so if I hit the submit button, my information is gonna, I've answered all the questions, so I'm ready to submit, correct?
Yes, but if you
Okay.
also wanted to go back and review any of the things that you've provided, you would just scroll back up and click on. Yes, and then look through the answers that you provided.
Okay.
If that's something that you wanted to do. But once you're done and you're sure of the answers you've provided, then you just go ahead and submit, and your answers will be recorded.
All right. I'll submit.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Now you're provided a summary of all of your responses, and you can keep this for your records. So if you just hit download, then you'll have that saved for your records more.
Great. And that is the end of the demonstration. Hopefully this was helpful for you and provided just a good overview of what you should expect if you're a University Center grantee. As always, please reach out if you have any questions. The email address is actually right there on the screen, programaevaluation@eda.gov. And please take a look at all of the information on the website. Thank you.